Hey guys, it's your girl J Antoinette and welcome back to another video. So as you can tell by that title, we are going to be talking about cinnamon and PCOS today. So if that is something that you're interested in, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I thank you for your support and your love. And don't forget, after you're watching all of my videos and after you've given them a thumbs up, to subscribe because it helps your girl on her channel. All right guys, so without further ado, let's get straight into this video. So if you don't know about me, I do have PCOS. I was diagnosed in college with PCOS. I have a whole playlist on my PCOS journey and I'm gonna link it above, so if you want to go ahead and check it out and pause this video so you can get a backstory on what I've been through, what I'm going through, all my symptoms and all of that, you can go ahead and do that now. I want to talk about cinnamon. Before I even get into all of that, PCOS is one of those diseases or conditions that actually can lead to you having a lot of complications. So with having PCOS, you can end up having or being at risk for rather heart disease, diabetes, infertility. That's just to name a few of the things that you can experience. But guys, I don't want to say that for you to, just be overwhelmed and not feel like there are solutions. There are solutions to these problems, so don't worry yourself with what can happen or may happen, but just work on the now so that those things don't happen. All right, so with that, that's why I wanted to talk about cinnamon and talk about my personal story of how it has helped me even recently. So cinnamon, guys, she's one of those household names. Like, there's cinnamon in almost everybody's home. All right, so it's one of those herbs or seasonings that people use in a lot of different recipes, cakes, desserts, smoothies, a lot of different things. You can find cinnamon in a lot of things, but most importantly, cinnamon has some really good properties, and it aids, especially for women who have PCOS, it aids with reducing insulin. So if you don't know, insulin resistance is one of the #1 causes of PCOS. So insulin resistance is what predisposes you to having diabetes and also having like high cholesterol and being at risk for heart disease and having atherosclerosis. So cinnamon is a very good, very good herb or supplement that can be used, and she has been proven, guys, to really help with alleviating these symptoms and these problems. So recently I just decided to do some research for myself on it and just discover how could it help me with my situation that I was going through recently. Cinnamon is very versatile, so it can be used in so many different ways. So as I was saying, the main things that she aids in are reducing your insulin, lowering your blood sugar levels, reducing your LDL, which is considered to be the bad cholesterol, and your triglycerides. All of those are really bad for persons who have PCOS because that can throw off your menstrual cycle. It can allow you to gain a lot of abdominal weight, and it puts you at risk for having diabetes. All of that I'm discussing right now, guys, that is something that I'm experiencing currently, which is why I started to source this for myself. Cinnamon can be used many different ways. You can get them in capsules like how I've been taking. So this is the Nature's Bounty brand, and this one comes with chromium, and this is 2000 milligrams. Okay, so it says to take 2 capsules daily and preferably to take it with food. And what I like about this, it actually suggests to you that it can be opened and you can put it in whatever beverage you want or whatever other food that you want to put it over. So you don't have to necessarily just take it orally like that all the time. You can put it onto your food and all of that. All right, so it comes with 60 capsules. I got this on Amazon. I'll link it down below if you want to check it out. It was a very reasonable, guys. guys, I'm not gonna tell a lie. There was one that I specifically wanted to get, which is called Polyseas, and that was the Kalon cinnamon, which is the best cinnamon for persons who have PCOS, but it was all sold out, so I had to resort to this. But this is pretty good, so I do recommend this one, guys. So it's sold in capsules. You also can get the powder, and you can use the powder to make like teas. So it is recommended that if you're going to be drinking cinnamon tea, that you take it on an empty stomach. All right, so you can drink it as a tea. You also have cinnamon sticks as well, which I was reading up that you could basically just chew on it and you know, swallow the contents from that, not the actual hard barky part of it, but just swallow the contents from the chewing, and that would also help you as well. But the most fast acting one is the powder. So if you need something to work really quick, you can take the powder or the tea, which is the same thing because you're using the same powder to make the tea. In terms of dosage, when I looked up, the best is to take, I think they said between 2 to 4 grams per day, which would be equal to 1/2 to 1 teaspoon. So you should take that in a day, which is the same equivalent to what I've been taking in these capsules. So that is the amount of dosage that you should take daily, and don't go over that. She's very versatile, and she alleviates a lot of different things. I won't keep emphasizing this, guys. She helps in lowering or reducing your insulin levels, which is very important for women who have PCOS, especially women who have insulin resistant PCOS like myself. But as I've discussed all of that about cinnamon, I'm gonna get into my little personal story now. So recently, guys, I basically lost my period. I was not seeing my period, and I was feeling, you know, a little, you know, down about that because, you know, I was having a good streak. I hadn't lost my period in a while, so I was kind of concerned about that. I thought it was multiple things that was going on with my body, but I did recognize that I was gaining weight rapidly. Especially in my abdominal area. I have gained a lot of weight in that area, and if y'all don't know, abdominal weight is really hard to lose. So it's not something that, you know, you can get up and exercise so easily and it just comes off like that. You know, you got to really put in the work if you want to lose the abdominal weight, which is really a pain in the butt right now. So yeah, as I was saying, I lost my period. I didn't see it, and I was starting to get really concerned because I was actually feeling a lot of on and off cramping in that area. And yeah, so long story short, I went to do an ultrasound, found out a couple of things. That's when I decided, okay, I need to do something about it. Also, I forgot to interject this. I also did blood work, and I did an HbA1c, which is the percentage of blood on your cells, and I did a fasting blood sugar, and I did my cholesterol as well. My fasting blood sugar was ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it was ridiculous. It was bad. My triglycerides was critically high. So yeah, that basically describes to you guys what my body has been going through. You know, it really made me sad. It made me sad. It really made me feel in a tight spot, because here I was thinking, you know, things are progressing with my body. I'm getting to a point where things are getting better, and it really frustrated me. Immediately, I started doing my research on the cinnamon. I started to look up people's success stories. I started to watch videos. I didn't find much on YouTube, but I did find a couple of stories on Facebook, which was very helpful for me. And then I have a couple of PCOS support groups that I'm in, so I sent a lot of questions in there, and a lot of the girls were like, look, I took this cinnamon tea today, and by the evening I had my period, and I was like, whoa, you know, this is really good. And to be honest with you guys, I gotta give a shout out to my mom, because she has been telling me about cinnamon for my PCOS, but I just never really, you know, I kept on saying, yeah, but I'm not really having problems with my cycle. So, you know, at that time I wasn't. But, you know, I said it to her. I was like, Mom, I ordered the cinnamon and I'm gonna take it and let's see what happens. And she was like, okay. I kid you not, guys, I picked up this from the place on the Friday. I took it the Friday evening. Was it the Friday evening? I can't remember. No, I picked it up the Thursday, I think. And I took it the Thursday evening. By the time I went to work on Friday, I had started spotting. And that was unusual for me because with the history of my cycle, I've never really experienced spotting. So you know, it was kind of an alarm to me. I was like, okay, what's really going on? But then I was still kind of happy because it was like, okay, my period is probably coming or whatever. So as the weekend progressed, I started to feel cramping, like a lot of cramping. I mean, it wasn't intense like how my menstrual cramps are, like 1000, but it was a solid 10. So she was cramping me a little bit. And then I went to work on the Monday and my period came. My period came. What was very unusual for me was the fact that it was not like my typical period, because I mean, guys, I hope you're not being grossed out by this, but for me, I typically have a heavier cycle and I normally have to use overnight pads. For this entire cycle, I have not really used overnight pad. I've been using more of the lighter days pads, which is very unusual for me. So when it first started, it was a very light cycle and I was like, I'm wondering if this is really my period or not, because this is really unusual for me. And as the time progressed, I realized, okay, yeah, this is really my cycle. So it was still light, but I noticed one specific day as it was coming to the end, it wasn't heavy for the whole day, but I did have a good hour of it being heavy, but not heavy to the point where I was changing rapidly, but it came heavy at one time. But otherwise than that, this must have been the greatest, the most unpainful, and the lightest cycle that I've ever had since I've known myself having my period. When I went to research again, I found out that cinnamon helps to regulate your menstrual cycles. Not only does it help to regulate your menstrual cycles, but it reduces cramping. So when after I started to look at that up and I saw it, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, cinnamon is really like the answer to naturally getting back your cycle. So I went back into my PCOS group and I said it to them. I was like, guys, I started taking this cinnamon and you know, I got my period, and they were like, yeah, girl, it works or whatever. It's like, so why didn't anybody tell me about this, you know? Yeah, a lot of people even reached out to me and they were like, you know, I want to take it. Which brand do you take? And I sent them a picture of the bottle or whatever. And they were like, yo, I just took it and like, I'm starting to feel a cramping and looked at my period is coming. And one of the girls, hers came even faster than mine. Like by the night, hers came. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. What I'm waiting to see now is if with the taking it regularly, if it will constantly help for my cycle to come on the right time and to come regularly. My last cycle was 78 days, guys. That is irregular. A normal cycle is 28 to 30 days. My regular cycle time is normally 38 days, and this last cycle was 78. So that explains to you how irregular my cycle was over the last couple of months. Gotta give a shout out to Cinnamon. Cinnamon is she's a number one, okay? I'm so sorry for the noise in the background, guys. That's the ice cream truck going around. But yeah, Cinnamon, she is a wonder. She is a life changer and she's a game changer, and I'm never going to stop taking it. And I also did a little bit of more research and I found out that it can help in weight loss. So as you know, I'm on my weight loss journey. I'm trying my best to exercise every day. I have been taking apple cider vinegar at least twice a day now. I have not stopped taking my chlorophyll. Absolutely love it. That is like a staple in my life now. I take my multivitamins, I take my fenugreek, I take my DIN complex. Guys, I'm just on a roll right now. So I am really just trying to get wellness for my body, like really clear up my acne, because I have been having a lot of acne flare-ups recently as well, and just getting my insulin under check and getting my sugar levels under check as well. I mean, I hope my story was really helpful. I hope if you're going through this right now and you have not seen your period for quite some time, I mean, your doctors know what's best. And disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, and I'm just only giving medical advice based on what I have used and what has helped me. I am a medical professional, so I can give some level of medical advice, but I'm not your doctor. So always consult your doctor before you're gonna try something new. So yes, your doctor knows what's best, and I am not going to take that away from conventional medicine. But sometimes these conventional medications that we use can do more harm to our body than taking something natural that can actually put your body back into the normality of what it's supposed to do. So that's a whole other story though, because I got another story to tell you guys about Prevera. But that's for another video. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Once again, this is the Cinnamon by Nature's Bounty. It's found on Amazon. I think it was like $8. It's really affordable, guys. So go ahead and check it out. I'll leave the link down below if you want to purchase it. So thanks for stopping by, guys. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Thank you so much for your love and your support. And I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye, my love.